next trick that we have going on here is we have the fireworks, and we also have the BB-8. BB-8's pretty quick and easy to see, so we're going to go ahead and use him. So let's take the Star Wars. This is an MP4 file, as you see, and it's got whoever made it. It's their advertisement on it. Sorry if you see this. Your work is beautiful. All right. So you can see I'm just actually moving this timeline back and forth right here, and I'm sliding it. This is what we're viewing right now at this line. I can usually go this way with it, but I'm going to try and cut this timeline up to just the pieces I want. So I'm actually going to move the timeline itself out. All right, so we'll do this. We'll go up here to Edit, Split Layer. I'm going to get rid of the, just go ahead and delete the one in the back, and then we'll move this out here till we're done with what we have. Like so, you see, sorry. BB-8 comes across the screen, and I'm good with that. That's all I really want. Okay, so I'll go up here to Edit, and I'll split layer again. And now we can get rid of the top part because that doesn't have what we want. All right, so now we've got this cool little green screen of BB-8 coming around. Now watch this. This is the magic. So go up here. Sorry, select the layer. Go up here to Effects, and then click on Keying. Click on 1.2. And we go up here to this eyedropper and we click the color that we want to eyedrop, and instantly that color is gone. So look how powerful that is. Don't you wish you had this in Photoshop for every green screen image you see? So do it again. Click up here on Effects, and then we've already got the effect in there. So I'm going to click on the eyedrop, and boom, that's it. It's done. Now the green screen's out. So now I can just add this directly into my video. That was really quick and easy. Not a lot of work involved to get our little friend BB-8 running around in the background. I did a couple other things with shadow layers and other stuff, which is why he's doing. I got multiple layers. There's other effects going on, coloring and tinting and hue and saturation, all that stuff. But I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. All right, so we've got our robots. I'm going to get rid of them for a second. We've got our BB-8. He's running along. Great, there he goes. I'm going to get rid of him for a second. The later version has him not floating around in the sky. I'm not sure why he's up there, but anyway, that's okay. So we've got our sign. We talked about that a little bit. I think you get the idea. It's just a GIF that's art, and we just drug right in and placed in there. The one thing I did do to it is I can right click on here and change the time, do time stretch, and that tells you how long this right here, how long it actually takes to go through the whole image. The whole thing took about 5 seconds before, but I wanted it to be mostly done by the time we were done in this 4.2 seconds, so I changed it to 3.0 seconds, and so the GIF takes 3 seconds to play. Anyway. All right, and then the fireworks were the same type of deal. They were also MP4 files. They had green screens on them, and the green screens were removed, and so that's cool. I actually think I slowed them down a little bit, so we have this beautiful. Now, the other thing that you see going on is, notice how when we move the camera in 3D space, like all the different layers go at different speeds. And this is really cool. This is actually something they used to do with old Disney films, which is why I love it. They would layer up plate glass with different images on them and move them at different speeds, and you get this really cool 3D effect. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. We have different plate glasses, and they're sitting at different distances from the front. And so as the camera moves over them, you can actually see them at different distances. So here's a different view. I switched to 2 views, and I like this horizontal view. This shows you your face-forward view of your actual image, and this is a top-down view of the world. So imagine the square right here is the floor of everything that's going on here, and then each one of these are 2-dimensional slices that we've plugged in. And in this particular case, our background, which is Calgary back there, is way back here. Okay, it's all the way back in the back. That's our city view. And then the next view that we have coming up is we have these fireworks. And the fireworks, you can see when I click on them, are lit up right here. So they're much farther forward, but they're still farther away from this layer. This layer right here is our room. So our room is sitting even closer than the fireworks. And so what this does is as our camera moves back and forth, it'll allow us to see these things happening at different depths. In fact, if we wanted to, let's switch back to a single view. We could actually add in a camera and move through this all in 3D space. So let's do that. Let's go here and go to tracking and then go right through 3D space. You can see you can push right through the window, right through our fireworks, and all the way out into our buildings if we wanted to. So I'm going to come back in. And then if we pan left and right, actually if we orbit, use this little orbit tool, we can actually see everything come apart. That's what it really looks like. This is what our world really looks like. And then notice how the sign is at the same level as the room, so it doesn't move when the room moves. So our fireworks are sitting out there floating in space. Calgary's way off in the background, and our room is just a two-dimensional object. But when you have it all said and done correctly, if you move through it correctly, the illusion is perfect. And so here's our actual camera. Our actual camera is just moving back and forth, but you can see all of that stuff comes through in 3D. So there's the mystery pulled back on that. Okay, really the last thing I want to show you is now that you're in After Effects, you can no longer save out as GIF files. And I'm going to say GIF. I know people go back and forth with GIF and GIF, but it stands for Graphical Interface Format. And graphic is using a G sound, so we're going to call it GIF. I'm going to call it GIF. All right, so the last thing we want to do is render this out. Let's get rid of this camera. That's an extra camera we don't need. Okay, so what you want to do is go up here to Composition and then Add to Render Queue. Right? And you want to be sure you're on the composition that you're trying to render. So it's this main composition anyway. Yeah, so you're going to go to Render Queue. You can see I've already done a couple of them, but here's our brand new one. This is the key. This is the key to high quality, low size movie files that we're actually going to convert to GIF files and keep that quality in place. Okay, so go down here to where it says lossless and click on AVI and come down here from AVI, which is a huge size image, and go down to QuickTime. Now, if you don't have the QuickTime player installed from Apple, you'll have to install that, and that'll give you all the drivers for it. So it may error out if you don't have that installed. But get it installed and then choose QuickTime. Now the next thing you need to do is go in here to format options. From there, go to the video codec and choose 0.6 or 0.264. And that's the codec size you want to use. That's going to help with the frame rate and the size and the quality. And that's it for quality. If your image is larger than 2000 by 1000 in terms of pixels, then you may have to resize it. If you do resize it, you can use this resizing section, just like Photoshop, and it'll maintain the aspect ratio. So you can if you have to, but you really shouldn't need to. This is, we're going to say not to resize it, because I think this will actually save within size. I think 400 megabytes is your maximum size, and this should be okay. All right, so we'll close that. This down here determines your file location and size. So I already did this, so we're just going to use that same nemesis. We'll rewrite it. And yeah, we'll say replace. And then come down here to the render button and press render. If it's already been pre-compiled, it actually goes pretty quick. So if you've already looked at it. And there we go. So that's been rendered. And I'm going to bring it up in the QuickTime player. It may take a second to resolve, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. It's up in our QuickTime player, and you can see we can play it. This is just an MOV file right now, and that's it. It goes forwards and then backwards, and we're done. And you notice some things are going the full length and some things are going partial length. Very cool. Let's close that out. Now we're going to bring over GiphyCat and log into your account if you can. I like using GiphyCat. This isn't an ad for them, but I like using them over Imgur because they take really high resolution files. Let's get this started. So click on upload and then drag your file on, and it'll really start the whole process for you. So once you're logged in, click on upload and just go ahead and do this. So I like GiphyCat because it actually seems to work better with very high resolution files. The streaming video that it shows is some sort of hybrid GIF-V format, and Reddit supports it. So you can actually display it and Facebook or Reddit or anywhere else, and it seems to work really great as embedded video. But if you want to, you can also export it as GIF-V or GIF or MOV file. So that's pretty cool too. And the GIF.gif comes out a little grainy, of course, but it's probably about good quality as you can get if you're going to do it. So it's been uploaded. Again, 400 megabytes or less in under 15 seconds are your limitations with GiphyCat, so make sure that you keep it that way. That's great for Photoshop battles anyway. And there it is. It's ready to be imported into Reddit. What you want to do is, you don't want that. What you want to do is just come up here and grab your URL. Notice it's created a custom URL with 3 random words. And then just paste that in, you're good to go. Okay, thanks.